Hey, what's going on, crypto fans? You're watching All the Way Up Crypto. I'm your host, Aaron. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't hit subscribe, do that, please. And if you like what I'm talking about, you can do that too. And please feel free to share this information. So today we're going to talk about the Halo protocol. Brand spanking new protocol created by the ECC, the Electric Coin Company. I believe that's what it stands for. Not so worried about what it stands for, worried more about what they did or what they kind of figured out. This is concerning, I believe ECC is a group that is a big supporter of Zcash, zero knowledge proofs, for confirmations. Regardless, one of the researchers there feels that he has figured out, and he's displayed it. He showed how he did it. It's open source. It's out there for anyone to implement and improve. Now, it's very early on. It's very beta stage, but in theory, and in its current practice, it works. So what is it doing? Why is this important? Why am I telling you about this? Well, I will tell you that if this actually works, it can scale on-chain in a very massive way. A very huge, incredibly massive way. Now, I'm neither one way or the other yet on zero knowledge proofs. I'm not convinced that it's the best privacy protocol one way or the other. I think, from what I know about how stuff works, from the tech standpoint, I think it's pretty good. But I don't know if it's been quite proven yet, because the idea for zero knowledge proofs has been around since maybe the 80s. I think. Pretty sure that's when the whole concept came to light. But it's using in computer science, when people write code, there's a thing called recursion, which in general terms, it allows you to basically reference the code's able to reference itself to check for things before it goes through and checks for something. And how this is being implemented, yeah, I'll put a link to the article because it's kind of hard for me to explain it in the simplest terms for you to understand. I'd rather you do your own research like I did when I looked at it. However, the possibility is there to do this, and zero knowledge proofs can be added to any blockchain for what it's worth, especially proof of work. How easy is it to implement? I don't know if it's super easy, but it's there. Zcash has been around a while doing their thing using it. So, and from what I remember, Ethereum was looking to implement ZK snarks or zero cash, zero knowledge proof stuff. So it's one of those things that as stuff gets developed, it's going to get better. It's going to get a lot better. But if this can be implemented now, and it offers the ability, because the way Zcash is set up, you can send private or public transactions. So the private transactions use the ZK snarks to basically prove the transaction or confirm it without needing to necessarily confirm it. Anyway, it's kind of a neat way to do things. That's why I'm kind of like, I think it works, but I think it needs to be tested a little bit further. So let's see what happens. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I got a moron in front of me driving really slow. No, lady, you're not moving over. I'm passing you. Okay. There's a lady behind me, if you can see her turn signal on. Anyhow, back to crypto. So, if this works and can get implemented, like I said, it could be implemented by other blockchains. I'm just kind of like thinking technology-wise, why hasn't somebody thought about using recursion before? And the implementation of this with ZK Snarks is very, very unique and very well thought out. They're solving a problem. But basically, the way this stuff will work is it can condense a lot of the encryption down and won't take as long to do stuff. It actually speed a lot of things up. My guess is you'll be able to increase massively the amount of transactions that can be confirmed within a certain, whatever the block time is. So, things could be changing in a very neat way in the future. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'll put a link to that. That link is below. Please check it out. Please read it. Please click on the rest of the links in that article to get a better idea on what this stuff is about. And if you're new into crypto, you can forget about all this stuff that I just told you. Just know that something really cool is out there that we have a possibility of being able to implement into the blockchain. And it's very, very awesome what it can do. In other news, those of you that know anything about Ravencoin, I like it. It's a great project, but heard some questionable things about it and how it came about and came to be and who's behind it. I've heard the one side that it's a pump and dump. Heard the other end that the original idea that I heard behind it was the guy behind Overstock is a big supporter behind it because they want to use it, I think, to tokenize a lot of things, and you can tokenize things very easily with Ravencoin, very similar to how you do with DigiAssets. But actually, if I remember correctly, DigiAssets was talking about, well, the founder of Digibyte was working on a way to keep people from spamming, just digitizing, tokenizing everything and spamming Digibyte's network. So, anyway, if you're looking at a possible good entry time, this might be a good one. It's not financial advice again, but I'm looking at it and I see a bit of a fractal pattern just about finishing up. It might be a good time to enter. This is on the Raven Bitcoin trading pair. You might want to take a look at it. You might see what I see. Okay? Anyhow, I hope you're all doing well, and until we meet again, stay crypto, my friends. Peace!